Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be looking at the Queen of Country, Reba McEntire. So, if you guys don't know something really cool about Reba, so I've done a Garth Brooks reading, who some people call as the King of Country. I call him a Kingpin of Country, but I wanted to take a look here at Reba. I had been given a couple reading suggestions of like, who was she? What's with her split from her ex-husband, uh, Narvel Blackstock? And I'm like, huh. And like that turned into something really interesting. And then I'm like, who is she kind of behind the scenes? And I'm like, you know how like Garth Brooks is like a kingpin? Well, I think Reba might be a kingmaker, but you guys can check out the reading for yourself if that interests you. But otherwise, really quick reminders here, news and announcements. So quick reminder, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so using my website link down below. I do have in-person readings as well as videos if you are interested in either of those. Otherwise, if you guys, I have merch linked down below. I have these really cute sweaters and some t-shirts too of some cute little suns that I absolutely love and adore. Otherwise, I think just disclaimers here. Remember, everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all. Just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you. No one's going to force you. It's just really up to your own decisions on how you want to view the reading. So with that then, thank you all so much for listening to me, and I hope to see, and I will see you guys in the video. So see you there. Hi everyone and welcome to the reading. So we're going to go over Reba McEntire. So something really fun and unique about Reba. She was actually the second concert I ever went to. So hello. And I mean, I think I still at my parents' house. I think I still have the original shirt that I got there as well. But I wanted to take a look at Reba here today. I'm like, oh, who do I want to take a reading on? I know I have one coming for Johnny Depp, an update. I'm like, I don't know what to read on him, so I'm going to give it a little bit of time here. But I wanted to do a reading on Reba, and otherwise known as the Queen of Country. So, I have done a reading on Garth Brooks, aka the King of Country. That's in my members only. That got real weird real quick. So I'm hoping that we have a little better of a time with Miss Reba, and I'm hearing no. Already when I was connecting up with her energy, I just keep hearing which. So I don't know what that all means. Let's just kind of see. I want to get a general energy read on who she is. And then I do have a few questions that people did send in that we're kind of going to go into. But what I really want to get into first is just who is she at like her core? Like what is her just general energy or vibe? The Emperor reverse. She's always got to be someone in control. She's the one who's in control, no one else, and the such. So it's her way or the highway. I'm going to have control over people, places, and or things. Why is this the Hanged Man? Because I like seeing, So Hanged Man traditionally is like, I'm going to see things from a new perspective. However, this is also a puppet, or this marionette, and this marionette's been tied up and kind of just held there. It's because what I get from this is like, I'm in control because I want you where I have you. I want you where I have you. However, this, I have to be, we'll see here. But yeah, it's, I'm in control. Why is this? Because of the Hanged Man. Because I like having control over you. And when you're mine, you are my puppet. Financial influences on this. The Hermit. how she really makes her money behind the scenes. How she really makes her money. It's very isolated. We know, I've known her. She's got lots of good songs. I don't know if she has access to her albums or like her singles and her records and stuff. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. But what I get here is that behind like who she is, how she actually makes her money is very separate than like her public persona. Her public persona is but how she actually makes money behind the scenes is very different. It's like, how would I put this? So you know how, say like a farmer. So like a farmer would have like, oh, I'm selling my crops, I'm selling my milk, I'm selling all this, and that's how I make my money. But then it feels like on the back end, they've like, okay, but here's how I really make my money. It's I've got a field in the back that's doing marijuana, and that's kind of what it is. That's what it feels like. And like that's how, and like they sell that, and that's how they make their actual money under the table rather than above ground and more legal means by selling the corn or selling the milk or selling the soybeans. Like now they're selling the grass, the devil's lettuce, as some may say. Hopes and fears here for her. The Wheel of Fortune. She is someone at her course. It's like she's got a lot of good luck, good opportunities. I haven't looked at her chart. Maybe I should have. But it feels like she's got a lot of good luck, good opportunities that kind of come her way. I almost see it as, hey, like when she wants something and she thinks about how she's going to get it, it kind of like opportunities kind of just pop up for her. She has a lot of good luck, good opportunity, a lot of fame, a lot of fortune. I mean, that was something I think she's always had. Like she's had a knack for since she was little. Unseen obstacles in her life. The Magician. So I do feel that there are times where she hasn't been able to speak about things how she's wanted to. I also see this as there's almost like orders where she's being told how to speak, where to speak, and whom to speak about. It's like how she wants to communicate is not exactly how she's had to communicate, isn't exactly what she wants to communicate. It's not been her choice, or it's like she almost has like I almost see it as like there's like she says what she wants to say, but then someone parrots it for her instead of it coming directly from her mouth. So I don't know if there are people around her that are like, as we kind of like that kind of maybe act like people around her that people aren't that maybe keen to, that don't like her as much, or like those people as much. But it's like almost like Reba has allegedly those same thoughts and ideas. Like whenever you look at a person, look at the people that they surround themselves with, because most of the time they're going to have similar thoughts, not the same, but similar thought processes and ideas and the such. The other challenge for her, the World reversed. There's some sort of veil work here, it almost feels like, or it's like we keep repeating the same cycles. It's like we keep repeating. I also see this as like we keep repeating the same cycles, we keep repeating the same looks. It's like whatever, like it's like we aren't changing, and there hasn't been a change. It's like she hasn't evolved, grown to like the next version of herself. It almost feels like we're stuck at like the same age like forever, and being stuck in that same age is like now it's like a continuous cycle of like that certain amount of time, because like we haven't aged but we haven't digressed. So it's like, but no progress but no regression. So it's like we're repeating these same cycles or the same things over and over and over and over and over again for her. So it's like there hasn't been like the next stage or evolution of her character, of her being, of just who she is as a person. It almost feels like you've been the same person for the last 30 years and not changing now, even though most people I know who are like in their 30s are not the same person that they are in their 50s or their 60s. But it feels like Reba, in this case, has been the exact same person since she was 30. Maybe there's been some aging, but the personality, the thought processes has not evolved at all from like that point in time. What's been going for her? She's also able to She's able to detach from people. She doesn't have very close connections with individuals. Lover is reversed. I see this as like, who is she at her core? What goes for her? She's able to detach. She doesn't have strong emotions for one person and or another. It really does feel like she keeps people at arm's length. And that's a good thing for her, as it allows her to think very logically rather than, say, more emotionally. She's not an emotional person. It feels like, at all. She's very much like down, straight to the point. Let's get to business. Very business oriented. Here in the past, the star, not shocked. Very big star. I mean, she was the queen of country. She still kind of is the queen of country. And then here in the future, the Empress reversed. Ooh, she might be. Well, aren't you showing back up again? But this feels like completely different. Okay. So we have the Empress reversed here. For my people who are watchers, you're going to know, wait, it's the Empress again. And I'm like, yes, we have another Empress. However, this here does not feel like the Empress that I've been feeling with the whole Diddy shit. Nope, not this. This isn't the same. This feels like a completely different modus operandi over here. And seeing this is like, and seeing this coming up for Reba McEntire here in the future, it does feel like we are kind of like, so when we see when we see the traditional Empress, it's like sometimes the Empress is pregnant and it represents the world. And I'm getting drawn to two other Empresses that I have in two different decks. One is my Druid Tarot, and the Empress in that one is very pregnant. And so I don't know if there's something to deal with the nurturing of kids, or something coming out about not being maybe the best mother to some of them. The other one I was getting drawn to was, I have one where an Empress where she's pregnant, but it's the world. Like, it's the actual globe. And it's like the earth is the pregnant belly. And seeing that there too here in the future, it's like, I wonder with Reba and just like her future here, it almost feels like, one, there's something to do with kids and not nurturing them. But also there's like a nurturing of the environment, or not being a nurturing person in the environment that she's in. So she's known in the country music industry environment, right? I think there might be some bad press coming out around her, just about how maybe mean or not nurturing or kind of messy, and almost feels like she can and has been. And that's what I'm kind of seeing for just her general energy here. So next I'm going to dive into the tarot. So the tarot that I'm going to use, I'm not sure yet. Like, there's a few different options I can go with, and I don't really have a good country one. Well, we'll try this one. I haven't done this one in a really, really long time, so apologize. So this one right here is the Thelma Tarot. I haven't used this one in a really long time on the channel, but I love the imagery on this one. But I want to take a look here. Yeah, I want to take a look here with, I want to just take a look at, who is she behind the scenes? Like, who is Reba behind the scenes? Like, who is she? Like, is she mean? Is she kind of a little bit harsh? And the such? Just want to take a look. Who is the queen of country behind the scenes? Not to the public eye. because I really don't know, and I'm kind of curious. Also, I've been like debating back and forth for a while if I should do a reading on Jelly Roll. If people would be interested, let me know in the comments down below if you guys would be interested in seeing a reading on Jelly Roll. As he's really started coming up in the country music industry, I actually like a few of his songs. I actually really do. What can I say? I grew up on country. Yeah, but the whole entertainment industry feels like we're going. So, I don't know. Let me see. Let me know if y'all want me to read on Jelly Roll. So, let's take a look here. Who is the Queen of Country, Ms. Reba McEntire, behind the scenes? The Six of Wands upright. She's loud, proud, and in charge. Loud, proud, in charge. I also feel here that, like, you got to get through her to get in for some reason. Also, yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles here, she is the one. It's like you got to get through her to get in. Yeah, I don't use this deck that often. But also what I'm getting here is, like, who is she behind the scenes? She can be good or she can be bad. It's like, because with the Sun and the Moon coming up here in the Six of Wands, it gives me the sense of she's very hot or cold. She either likes you or she doesn't like you. And either she likes you or you're going to get kicked to the curb. She's very hot and cold, it feels like. But she's also the one to get her approval. You're in. You don't, you're out of there. It's almost like she's like the final frontier for something. Also here with the Queen of Pentacles, again, it's like it's like you want to get brought into the You want to get brought into the family, this is who you have to go through. Who is she behind the scenes? Financial influences, the King of Swords. Right. Yeah, she's like the final test. Like, if you want to get brought into the family, if you want to get brought into whatever sort of little thing they got going on, you have to get through her. Also behind the scenes with the King of Swords, she wheels and deals like no other. King of Swords type of energy. Also, I don't know if she has anything to deal with contracts, or I forget who her husband is. But King of Swords type of energy and financial influences, it's like she's a decision maker when it comes to the industry. She's an influencer. She's a decision maker. Like, if you think she's just a singer in the country music industry, she's not. Like, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, like, she's an ambassador. I think she's tied to the Grand Ole Opry. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't follow all of her history. I just know bits and pieces here and there. So, but yeah, King of Swords type of energy. She has so much influence and power behind the scenes when it comes to contracts and getting in and being a part of the family and making money and this such. Hopes and fears here, the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, either you were, again, she is the contract maker. If you get in on her good side, who is she behind? She's the contract. She's the wheeler or dealer. She's got a lot more power in Nashville than people give her credit for. Because Three of Pentacles and hopes and fears here, it gives me the insight of either it's like you go to her, and if she likes you, you're going to get a contract. She doesn't like you, you're never going to work a day in Nashville ever again. You might as well just go kiss your career goodbye and go down to Atlanta and see if they'll take you and ship you off somewhere. If you want if you go check out my Atlanta reading, that was wild as well. But just seeing here in like what behind the scenes, what Reba is kind of in, she's like a wheeler and dealer. You go to her for contracts, unseen obstacles, also the Hermit, like behind the scenes. She's super isolated too, or it's like there's like isolation behind this. So I don't know if anyone here has like been in the country music or tried getting into country music who's watching this, but it's like this is something that not a lot of people know about. I don't know if there's some sort of like, I want to say hazing ritual of some sort that like you have to go through, and she somehow is a part of it, and it's very isolated. It's like not a lot of people know about this. Like to really get in, like you need to do X, Y, and Z. Like country music just it's would I say it's similar to like the rap industry? No. But does it have its kind of the same type of onboarding process that rap has? Yes. Where rap is a different animal all on its own, country is, it's still got an onboarding process that's really uncomfortable. And Reba plays a role in it that's very isolated and is isolated from the general public, which is very odd. I mean, I'm even seeing here, like with artists coming up, because also here with the strength card as the challenge, she is I mean, look at her. She's got that red hair. You can kind of see this a little bit as Reba, is as the strength card. She is the one that you need to get through in the industry. She's the challenge. Again, she plays a much more critical role in the country music scene than most people know. And again, if anyone's like actually a part of it, like, or has been there and has tried making it as a country music artist, like, she is, it's almost like there's like whispers or rumors about, if you're in that industry, there's like whispers or rumors around about Reba that it's not like common knowledge, but it's like there's whispers of like how much you have to get through her to really make it in the industry. And it's like whenever you do get the chance to meet her, it's almost like don't make a bad impression, because it's like she doesn't forget a face. She doesn't forget a face, or she doesn't forget a voice. There's something there too. It's like she never forgets. She's got like she's good at remembering people, places, and things. And if you don't make a good impression, if she doesn't remember you, that's not a good thing. Because if she doesn't remember you, it's like you're not going to get anywhere because you were not interesting. Because also here, what's going for you, the wheel. She's a kingmaker. She is a kingmaker behind these scenes. Again, I don't know how much I need to pull to be like, what's going for you and for her. She's a kingmaker behind the scenes. You want something, get on her good side. She'll be able to get it to you. It's like you have to get through her to have her career. Don't know what that all entails, but it's like you have to get through her to have a career. Here in the past, the Eight of Wands, if you were stuck, it's because of her. And then here in the future, the Seven of Swords. I don't think we'll know this on a public level, but like again, she's a kingmaker behind the scenes in Nashville, or at least in country music. She's a kingmaker. I don't know how else to say it other than Seven of Swords here in the future. It's also getting away with stuff. It's like we're stealing from the Pied Piper to go to the next. I mean, that's what I'm kind of just seeing. It's like, I don't think we're going to know a lot about this kind of kingmaker aspect of her behind the scenes. She's got a pretty good reputation. I'm not seeing that change. The only thing I could see changing is that she's just like a bad mom, or she's just maybe not the most nurturing person. But we aren't going to know about this kingmaker aspect, I think, to her character. Okay, so oh, sorry. I had some questions here that were left for one of mine, and the other kind of questions. So we had like, who is she behind the scenes? The other questions that I had is, okay, so she had a long-term husband, Narvel Blackstone. They broke up and they're exes now. And apparently Narvel Blackstone had a son named Brandon, and Brandon's ex-wife is Kelly Clarkson. Dun, dun, dun. So I wanted to see, so people were asking, well, was Narvel, was he as much of a jerk as his son Brandon has been kind of exposed to be. So let's take a look at Narvel Blackstone and Miss Reba McEntire's relationship, and kind of go and see kind of what's going on from there. So I love this. So if you guys are like, oh, where did these questions come from? So this actually came from my Garth Brooks reading. That's in my members only. And someone's like, oh, let's do Reba. And I'm like, yeah. So that's what we're up to today. So let's take a look here at this relationship dynamic between these two. So I'm going to pull one card for Narvel, one card for Reba, and then we're going to do the big spread for the energy in between the two of them. So let's take a look-see here. I'm going to give this one more great big shuffle. And let's take a look. All right, so we have Narvel. The Wheel of Fortune upright. Oh boy, good luck, good opportunity. Was he a producer of some sort? I didn't look up any information on these people. Maybe I should have. Maybe I shouldn't have. Well, they're going to go with that. But he was good luck, good opportunity. It's like whatever he touched turned to gold. It's like he had the Midas touch. Reba over here is showing up as the Magician reverse, a snake oil salesman. So, kind of just looking at this relationship, Narvel, I think, almost worshipped the ground that Reba walked on, but I don't think Reba treated him very well. Magician reverse is like a snake oil salesman. Whatever I say goes. Like, I'm going to convince you of this, that, and the other thing. Narvel over here is like, I'm going to make you a big star. I don't know. Was he like her manager or a producer of some sort in like the early days? Because he was very much, it's like whatever he touched turned to gold. It's like he had he was just really good at like bringing out the best qualities or making money with that Wheel of Fortune upright. I think he was also really good at making contracts with other people as well. So that's maybe how Reba got really good contracts within her career as well, which I think has set her up for where she's at now. So let's take a look at just this dynamic in between. So we have the High Priestess. This was a very spiritual at its core. Well, isn't that weird? Wonderful. Spiritual at its core. This relationship was very spiritual at its core with the High Priestess upright. It was like divine. I see this as like it's a divine connection. It's like they both know like internally this is the right one. Interesting. Also, we have the Sun down here. This is a really good relationship. Like very divinely inspired. At least from was this a good long-term partnership? Yes. Divinely inspired, one that brought a lot of happiness, insight, and the such to both of them. Financial influences, though, the Five of Cups. I think there were issues. Again, I don't know if he was her manager. But there's, with the Five of Cups here around money, it does feel that maybe when they split, there could have been issues when it came to splitting assets. But I also feel here that maybe the romantic aspect got overshadowed by a business connection, where it's like, if they would have just stayed as a relationship rather than, say, mixing pleasure and business, like the relationship would have been just fine. But it's like once we started mixing pleasure and business, that's when things got too rocky and it made this relationship unstable. Because the hopes and fears between the two of them, two of wands, this is like the end game. If I would look at Reba and Narvel, this was end game. They were the end game couple. This was an end game. It's like he worshipped the ground she walked on, but there's some sort of she's not communicating something as well with that Magician reversed, but this was an end game relationship. We mix pleasure and business. Keep hearing that over and over again. We mix pleasure and business, and we shouldn't have. Because what was going on behind unseen obstacles of the lovers? This also could have been someone cheating, allegedly. No facts here. An extra person might have come in between the two of this, between their divine union. This could have been a cheating allegation. This could have just been someone who just made a mistake once, and it kind of blew up the entire thing from an internal side. The other challenge here, the world, their environment, the people that they were around. Again, we mix pleasure and business, and I think someone might have cheated, allegedly. No facts here. It's like we had to start a new cycle. Like I said, this relationship was endgame. The only reason why they might have broken up is because of something with business. Like, he treated her very well. He treated her like she was a goddess. And she treated him like shit. No. She didn't treat him well. And then, did she treat him really good? Yes. But there's an aspect of it is she's not telling the entire truth about a situation, place, or thing that caused a rift in some way. It feels like. But again, with the lovers down here, it makes me think that there's a third person that might have gotten in between the two of them at one point, and that kind of caused a little bit of a rift or tiff. I'm going to have to look into why they actually split, because again, this relationship, what was going for them? Queen of Pentacles. They were both really good at making money. Again, this is super weird. Why did these two split? This is a really good relationship. Because here in the past, Queen of Swords, well, someone was a little bit of a biatch. But with the Queen of Pentacles here, I think that Queen of Pentacles might be... Is Queen of Pentacles Reba? No. Again, it feels like there might been a third person that got in between them. Maybe it wasn't a partner, or a lover, but maybe it was something got between the two of them. Also with the Queen of Swords in the past, it's giving me the sense of someone was a little bit harsh. Also with Reba showing up over here is the Magician reversed. It's she wasn't saying everything that she needed to say, and that caused a rift, or them to just not be able to communicate, or just things got out of control really, really quickly. Because here in the future, there's Reba, the Emperor reversed. As Reba's the Emperor, she wears the pants in this family. Or was Reba the one who wore the pants in this relationship? No. What? So, Narvel was the one who wore the pants in this relationship? No. Who's the one that was wearing the pants in this relationship then? This is super weird. Because here in the future, the Emperor reverse, I want complete and utter control. How did these two frickin' split? Because I'm super confused. Everything that I'm looking at here makes me think that this was a destined meeting. This was the perfect relationship. Well, not perfect, but these two split, and I'm trying to figure out why. Because this was endgame. This was an endgame, and it's Reba just didn't tell. Reba's not saying something, sure, but this was endgame. To me, at least, this was an endgame. I mean, the only other thing I could think of here is with the lovers as the unseen obstacle is that they just got too codependent on each other, and it's they got too close and too mushy, and it freaked them out. But what? This. Okay, I gotta look into why they split, because I don't know why. I'm very confused, because this seems like a very healthy relationship, in my opinion. But now I keep hearing, no, it wasn't a healthy relationship. But from what I'm reading, it looks like it was a divinely inspired relationship that had really good qualities to it. So let's just take a look at what the heck is this? What caused them to split? Because I think that might be the toxic part of that made them split. Okay, so I think this is the main thing that we're gonna need to actually look at, because because this relationship was endgame. This is very odd. Why did these two split? I'm confused. Because he treated her very well. She treated him well, ish. And so it's it makes me very, very confused. All right, let's take a look here. Why did these two split? Because now I'm curious. Okay, Miss Queen of Country, why'd you split from your ex? Narvel Blackstone. Or Blackstock, sorry. Sorry. Why did these two split? Why did these two split? Page of Pentacles reversed. With the Star reversed. What? Hold on. Financial influences, Two of Pentacles. What assets were they trying to protect? Page of Pentacles reverse. It's giving me the sense of it's a small amount of money that it's like we need to protect a small amount of money, or I need to give away a small amount of money now. Why is this? Because of the Star. There's something to do with contracts or something that was supposed to come up from it was a story that I think that was going to come out, but it ended up getting canned. There was something public that was supposed to happen, but it got canned, is what I'm hearing. And this was almost like a preventative measure between Reba and Narvel to protect their funds, because financial influence is here is the Two of Pentacles. We have a couple decisions that we're weighing two different options. Like we can stay together or we can split. It's like this was a preventative measure. It's like these two, maybe they're still talking, but this is a preventative measure. One of the two of them was maybe going to get in trouble, and so like they split to protect assets, or we split to protect each other. That's what this feels like, from like an impending because hopes and fears here is the Queen of Swords reversed. Maybe this is a female that was coming out with like a story against one of the two of them, and it's like we want to separate our assets from like maybe a potential lawsuit or someone coming in and trying to say something bad about one or another. And it's like we need to separate now so that it protects our money and our assets in the long term. It's like we can lose a small amount now, but we keep our large amount later. Unseen obstacle here is the Page of Wands. We did this without a ton of thought. It was like this was inspired action. So like the actions that we took were kind of naive, also very preventative. And it's like we might have jumped the gun on something. These two jumped the gun, I think, on their split. Because the other challenge here, the Ace of Swords, the truth, legal matters. Again, I think they jumped the gun on some sort of legal matters that were maybe coming down the pipeline that they are trying to be preventative about, that would have harmed someone's star power, and they were worried about that hitting someone's star power. Because what went for them, the Ace of Cups reversed as well. Detachment. It's like we're detaching from these other people. Like we aren't putting our energy into other people. Like we aren't putting our energy into ourselves. Again, were there allegations of maybe there being a baby out of wedlock or something? Or someone... Because like what this feels like is we're preventative in our separation. Why? Because of the Ace of Swords. We're kind of getting out ahead of the truth. That's the challenge here. But what went for us is we detached from each other, so it wasn't going to be as impactful. And maybe this is something to do with like, oh, if I'm not attached to X, Y, and Z wife, you can't get me for as much, but we still protect our assets. Here in the past, the Moon, they're trying to hold secrets of some sort. It's the secrets being held, secrets being kept. And then here in the future, Judgment. So I do wonder if we're going to be seeing maybe something come out against maybe Narvel or Reba. And it's coming with the Judgment here. It's like this is going to be something public. The public's going to be coming in, judging the situation, knowing information about it, and it's like, again, this is like a protection of assets, in my opinion, and it was like a preventative measure of protecting assets. Something that kind of comes to my mind is, does like the homes or like the labels or something and or other actually, so if someone would say like want to sue Reba, theoretically, someone would want to sue her, but like they wouldn't go after her assets. Like none of her assets are in her names. It would almost be like everything's in Narvel's name. So it's like someone would, if they would try and come in and get it, like they won't end up getting any of like her actual stuff because it's not in her name. Some people do this, or like an example of this is like there was a football player who, like, his house, his cars, his assets, married someone. Wife wanted to divorce him and go for half of what he owned, but he put everything in his mom's name. His house, his cars, his properties was all in his mom's name. So when the wife divorced him, she got half of what was in his name, which is absolutely nothing because all of it was in his mom's name. So that's what it kind of feels like here is going on with Reba and why her and Narvel split. It's like everything's in his name, so if people would come after her for whatever, it's never going to be like, it wouldn't actually harm her in like a civil suit. It would, because like she's got nothing to her name. It's all under Narvel, but she lives off of like whatever is given to her because it is still hers. It's just not in her name. Okay. So the last thing I want to look at here is, well, there's two things I want to look at. One is I want to look at what Kelly Clarkson, because Kelly Clarkson married her Narvel's son Brandon, and I want to see how Kelly was treated, because Kelly Clarkson and Reba did a song together too, and I just want to see how these two, like, operated as mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. So let's take a look here and what that was kind of all about, and I'm kind of curious. So let's take a look, see. All right. Also, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. This is something new, different. It's getting us away from Diddy, which is really heavy. And I'm not saying that this isn't heavy, but it's something different. It's very different energy to it, where Diddy's just feels like icky and like I'm like swimming through tar. This one feels like I'm like wading through like a black mist. Is what this one kind of feels like. It's not as sticky. It's more murky. So let's take a look-see here. How was Kelly and Reba's relationship as mother-in-law and daughter-in-law? Two of Cups. Ooh, this was not a good relationship. Two of Cups reversed. I don't think these two actually got along very well. And as I was reading to, someone let me know in the comments that Reba, like, Kelly was known to Reba as like Kelly looked up to Reba growing up. So then she got married to her son-in-law, and then or her son, and her stepson, and then now these two did not get along very well as daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, because Ten of Swords reversed. It's like these two had to Two of Cups reversed, Ten of Swords reversed. I almost see this as like Kelly's like, oh, I want to have a relationship, like, oh, I get to have this cool relationship, and it's like, no, nah, It's like we kept this business only. It's like we kept that relationship business only. We're not going any deeper than that. Ten of Swords reversed as well. It's like, I don't know if there was like a contract issue or something behind the scenes, because financial influences on this. The Nine of Cups. One, I don't think this was a good relationship. It wasn't an emotional relationship. Like, did these two get along like a mother and daughter could have been? No. These two got along like Kelly wanting an emotional relationship. Reba being like, no. Ten of Swords, we're keeping this just to business. It's like, I almost think Reba's gotten burned in the past by maybe a certain situation, people, place, or thing. And with the Nine of Cups here upright, it's like the financial influences on here. I think Kelly saw this as a way of getting, again, like I said, Reba's a kingmaker in Nashville. Kelly could have been king-made if she got close enough with Reba. I think Reba kind of saw through a little bit of this. I'm hearing yes. And in seeing through it, she's like, okay, so you married my stepson. I see what you're trying to do here. I don't approve of it. But you know what? I can't say no to it. So again, if we're looking at it as like, oh, Kelly's this innocent person, I don't think she's as innocent as she plays. There's also here the hopes and fears, like the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I want to get out of this situation. It's Kelly kind of trapped herself, it feels like, in this situation. She married the stepson, who was not that good of a person, treated her like shit. And I think Kelly she wanted to get in with Reba as Reba as a kingmaker. Reba saw through it. And I think after a bit, like, Kelly's like, okay, they've kind of caught my game and now I'm kind of stuck here with it. Because also, yeah, bad contracts, unseen obstacles. It's almost like Reba's like, I see through you. And that there's a reason why Kelly didn't make it in the country music industry as far as she could have. That's why she had to go over and more into the pop industry. Just saying. Because it's almost like Reba saw through her, and it's like, we're not going to, no. That's not how we work. That's not how we do here. So yeah, other challenge, Queen of Pentacles reversed. I see what you're trying to do, and I don't approve of it. So I'm going to not give you the money. I'm not going to give you that recognition or anything that you are looking for, my dear. Because what was going from the Fool, yeah, I am no dummy. I've been around the block a few times. This is not my first rodeo. This isn't the first time someone's tried this, and will not be the last time someone tries to do something like this to me. Because yeah, here in the past, King of Pentacles. You want to go after my son? My stepson? Sure. But we see that what you're trying to do here. I was going against this relationship, Queen of Pentacles reversed. Well, in the past here, this King of Pentacles upright. Callie was going for money. She was trying to get into this country music, and she knew where she had to go. So she did what she had to do, and she kind of was a little bit too transparent about it. And in that transparency, it kind of, I think, ruffled feathers the wrong way. Because here in the future, the Ace of Cups. I do feel like after Kelly split from, I think his name was Brandon, there is a newfound respect, because Reba and Kelly, I think, do get along outside of that relationship. And I also think Reba didn't like the stepson either. No. Reba didn't like the stepson either, but she saw what Kelly was trying to do, and it's like, okay, you want to go do that. It's like, I think Reba also knew that, like, Kelly, you don't want to be with this person. You don't want to be with them, but she did it anyway, and she got herself stuck. And I do believe Reba and Kelly are on good terms now. I'm hearing yes. But it's on like a different level rather than business partners. And it's like, I saw what you were trying to do, but Kelly still made her own way in a different way, which I think Reba really respects, and being like, okay, so you didn't go through me, but you know what? You found your own way in a different avenue. And I think she really respects that about Kelly, and Kelly's ability to be like, okay, I'm just going to go frickin' do what I need to do to get what I need to get done. And I think Reba really, really respects that, which is awesome. Okay. Nice. Reba isn't too bad. She's not too bad as I thought this might have been. But I want to take a look into what I was hearing, like which when I was initially getting the energy. So I just want to take a look into what that is all about and end it there. So, Ms. Queen of Country, what's that? What was that thing all about? Maybe let's just see what that all was about, and then I think I'm going to end it there, unless something else randomly pops up. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have suggestions on other country stars you want me to read into, old or new, let me know. I know everyone's like, Garth Brooks, and it's like, I don't know if I want to read him on a on a very public level, because whenever I tap into his energy, that's a no bueno. So... But otherwise, if you have anyone else that you would like me to read or go into, let me know. One that kind of comes to my mind is Alan Jackson's, oh my goodness, I can't remember the song off the top of my head, but it's his 9/11 song, the song that he wrote for 9/11 and everything that happened afterwards. I'm getting chills with that. And Let me know if you guys want me to look into the like, because apparently he had like a dream, or like he couldn't sleep that night, and he ended up writing that song. And I want to take a look at like that action, that inspiration, if that's something you guys would be interested in, or if there's another person that you'd be really interested in me looking into. I have done Blake Shelton. I've done Garth Brooks, and then I've also done a reading on Morgan Wallen. So, but if there's anyone else you want me to take a look in, let me know in the comments down below. I really like country music, so I'm always intrigued on what's going on. So let's just take a look at what this witch thing I was maybe hearing about and end it there. Queen of Wands, alrighty. Well, there's Reba. There's Reba. So, Reba at the center of it. Queen of Wands type of energy. I am going to be the bad bitch in town. The boss is back in town. Okay, or she's gonna light some up, or we're gonna light up some kerosene. I don't know which one. But why is this the Four of Pentacles? I'm gonna be the queen of my own world here. Four of Pentacles. This is how she makes her money. This is part of the how she makes her money behind the scenes. When I hear witch, it's because this is part of what she does. Because like what I'm getting here, it's the Queen of Wands. I'm the queen of my own world. Whatever I manifest, I manifest. Why is this the Four of Pentacles? Because I'm trying to hoard my stuff, but also it's like I'm burying this for the next day. It's like I'm putting away money for my rainy day fund. Financial influence is here with the Five of Wands as well. She's not the only one in the Nashville country music era industry. I'm hearing heck no. She is not the only one. It's almost like I don't even know if she's the top person who does it. No, she is not. There's someone else who's even higher up. There's someone higher up than her. Is she good at what she does? Yes, but she's not the top one. Interesting. Because Five of Wands, financial, there's a lot of competition in this. Or there's fighting or infighting within this group that's kind of causing, I think, some rifts in Nashville, in my opinion here. So I don't know what the Five of Wands is like. There's a lot of fighting. But also I see this as like a circle. We're causing like a circle of like a ritual type of thing. There could be 5 like main alleged practitioners or like big practitioners in Nashville, and she's maybe one of them. I'm hearing no. What? This is interesting. But hopes and fears here. Ace of Pentacles. I'm losing my money. It's a wasted. Is Reba the practitioner? No. Does she use practitioners, though? Yes. Allegedly. Okay. Unseen obstacle, the Seven of Swords. So I don't know what's going on with Reba, who she hires for whatever deeds that she needs done or other things. But it does feel that she's got I would say like a fortune teller type of person or a psychic that she definitely employs on her payroll. And this person, she's used to help make good deals, stay away from bad deals. And it's almost like she's maybe contacted this group, almost feels like a group of them, to protect what she has. Whenever there's someone who might be, that she thinks might be coming after her, it's like she contacts this group to send out whatever to these individuals to maybe deal with them more on a spiritual level than on a 3D level. It's kind of what it feels like. Because it's like a Queen of Wands is like, I'm going to be bold, beautiful, do what I need to. Why is this? Because I'm trying to protect what is mine. she spent a lot of money with these people. I think there's a few of them that might take advantage of her money to get what they want. Even though like what she asks of them really doesn't cost $10,000 to do. Allegedly, I don't make the rules here. Because here also the other challenge is the Five of Swords. It's like, yeah, you're winning, but at what cost? It's like you're coming away the victor, but look at what else is... She's been taken advantage of, I think, on a spiritual level. Reba's been taken advantage of on a spiritual level by these other whatever practitioners, it feels like, within that area. They have a pretty strong hold on that area, especially on the entertainers in that industry. They make bank, man. At least that's what it feels like. Remember, all alleged. But, yeah, she's getting overcharged as well. So I wouldn't doubt if, like, she would ever come out and say, like, psychics or fortune tellers or gypsies, not saying in, like, the traditional, and, like, who we know them as, is, like, they're just, but, like, in that derogatory way of these fortune tellers take advantage of me and they're such horrible people. And it's like, well, yeah, she's kind of been taken advantage of. I think they take a lot of her money that they really don't need to. What's going for her? The Death card reversed. She's been taken advantage of on a spiritual. A lot of her money has been taken. With this Death card of what's going for her, it's like she is kind of coming back to the light, and like her senses around this. And yes, I know I'm a psychic. Yes, but there are bad ones out there, and it feels like there's been some bad ones that have taken advantage of her. And even if they aren't, like, and when I say bad ones, it almost feels like, are they like actual psychics? Maybe, or I should say, are these actual practitioners that she's like going to? Yes, I think they follow it to very good levels. However, they overcharge for their services a lot. Just saying. But that's what I would see here. Here in the past, the Ten of Swords reversed with that Death card. What's going for her? This is a forced death and rebirth. It's like, it's also we're coming to our senses and we're not kind of repeating the old same patterns here. Also with the Ten of Swords reversed, we're seeing this as like in the past, like we've healed from wounds. And then here in the future, the Wheel of Fortune upright. So we can see this as rituals. We can see this as people, things coming in. So again, does she pay these practitioners to maybe do stuff for her? Yes. Does it bring her good luck and good fortune? It's a mixed bag. It almost feels like it's like what they call upon. Sure, she gets what she wants, but it might cost a little bit more in whatever she has to give up to get that. So it's super weird. I don't really want to delve into that group right now. Really don't. I really, really don't. That just feels ucky and just not my thing. So that's what I'm feeling here from Ms. Reba McEntire. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe down below. And let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. Otherwise, if you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so using my website link down below. Otherwise, if you would want to become a YouTube member, and maybe go see that Garth Brooks reading. Only $3 a month, exclusive content. You get to see videos like this early, and I have a couple extended readings in there as well now. I'm starting to do more of those to just get some additional information and stuff for my members. So with that, thank you all so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So, bye!